guys, Cal here from Rm&m, and welcome to a new series on my channel. I call it 3 Builds, 1 Set. It's when I take one set, break it apart, and build 3 alternative builds. And this is episode 1, and I'm doing this Imperial Battle Pack with the Death Troopers and the Stormtroopers. Let's get straight onto it. So here is the first alternative build for the Imperial Battle Trooper Battle Pack. And I call this one the Death Trooper Scout Speeder Bike. Let's have a look at the speeder bike itself. Here is the Death Trooper Scout Speeder Bike, and it's got some quite nice looks and some stud shooters on the back. And there's also some engines with some orange, dark red, transparent red outlets. There's also these like small air intakes which can be posed in and out because they're on hinges, which is quite cool. That looks really good from the front, quite menacing. There's even some like small engines or guns or something there. And there's the bit on the front and the long bits, and there's obviously 2 seats for 2 Death Troopers, a bit of glass. I like this curved bit which pinches in there, and the front is quite a clever technique. So we've got this bit here which is quite nice, but then there's also that bit which is connected by a clip that just folds back, and this folds down, and that's the Death Trooper Scout Speeder Bike. It's quite a mouthful, so let's go on to this next alternative build. The second alternative build, I'm calling this the Imperial Outpost, and this has got some cool things to it, like this mini weapons rack, this anti-aircraft cannon, a doorway, and a small barricade. So let's get straight onto these. Go from biggest to smallest on here. So here's the handheld weapons rack, and all it's got is a couple of stud shooter ammunition and a stud shooter on it, and this stormtrooper can just pull it along, and that's quite nice. And here is a small barricade, nothing much, just a place to put a death trooper or a stormtrooper, and that's kind of cool. Here's the anti-aircraft turret, which is kind of cool. It doesn't properly rotate, it's just a stable base, but you can sort of make it rotate. But these guns rotate individually and have stud shooters, and there's a place for the stormtrooper to sit here, no seat rest, and a bit of glass. But lastly, probably my favourite part of this is the doorway, and this looks really cool. You can post some nice like scenes on this. There's some lights, and there's like some facial recognition stuff, and it's made out the walker's legs and some parts from the body, and obviously there's nothing on the back, and there's just plates on the floor so you can pose a trooper running on it, and that looks quite dynamic and kind of cool. Let's get to the next alternative build. The third build, this is meant to be like a section of an Imperial hangar bay, and the bits we've got is a little supply scooter, a crane, some repair droids, and a tiny simple communications array. So let's get straight onto this. Here is the first part of this alternative build, and it's a small crane and a small oil can that can pick up. This is quite strange how I managed to make a large enough base to make it stable and make the crane turn, and obviously you can just clip that on. The next bit is tiny. It's a tiny little support scooter, and there's room for 1 minifig of supplies, like here's a small gun, some engines, and it's got a round shape, and it sort of hovers along quite slowly to give stuff. Here's the tiny communications array, like 5-6 pieces, and it's just really simple. And here's the 2 repair droids. There's this small one and this hovering dinosaur heavy loader droid, which will be like that, and it has a long neck and a sauropod like head and large arms, and the other one's just got some clip arms, and it's very crude for what it is, but I had limited pieces, but it's still kind of cool. So that's it for this video. Hope you enjoyed, and please comment if you want to see a continuation of the series and what other things you want to see me review and build in the future. And please like and subscribe. That's Rm&m signing out. Goodbye!